Enhance Team Member Performance, Module 3, Lesson 2, Creating a Positive Working Environment, presented by Val. Organizational goals have to be clearly defined and communicated to all employees in order to prevent confusion and minimize conflict. This is important in teams and groups to create a positive working environment. A leader has to create a participative environment by doing the following: paying attention and listening to their team members, giving information about work and organizational related matters, establishing expectations between members, as well as their joint efforts as a team. So what is expected from you as an individual and what is expected from you within the team. Team leader has the responsibility to say thank you, to show gratitude for working towards consensus and common goals. Team leaders want to know that they're being appreciated. Team leader has the responsibility to be a role model, to act quickly so that problems don't fester and last too long. And also a team leader has the responsibility to resolve conflict by acting as a fair, neutral, as well as impartial facilitator. Team members need to realize the importance of interdependence, genuineness, empathy, risk, and success. They need to understand their role in all of this. This means they must know how they each contribute to each factor, what they can do to ensure that the whole team works well together. The leader has the responsibility to make sure that they have a good understanding of what can destroy and build their own team. Interdependence is where people appreciate and rely on each other. It requires self-awareness and high levels of emotional maturity and self-esteem. Interdependence is destroyed by management that believe they can change people, management that believe they have all the answers, management that believes that they must solve all the problems themselves, allowing team members to blame each other for system-related problems, allowing an us and them attitude to thrive in the workplace. What is needed to build interdependence in the company? Win-win problem solving and conflict resolution methods. When errors transpire, people should learn how to apologize and also learn to forgive one another. Team building is also necessary. Facilitating management practice, allowing workers to change ineffective work procedures that directly affect them, and building a sense of responsibility and accountability among managers as well as the workers in the organization. Obstacles that often impede genuine behavior stem from both internal and external sources. Internal sources of obstacles include fear of change, abandonment, and the fear of being wrong. This results in avoidance, dishonesty, rationalization, and performance anxiety. External obstacles focus on fear of repercussions, thinking about what kind of behaviors can destroy genuineness, triangulation, or allowing people to discuss concerns and complaints with co-workers or others who actually don't have any power to bring the matters to a closure, such as creating gossip and backchatting. Inference is made and not challenged about people's behaviors and intentions. Not speaking the truth about one's observations, facts, or feelings. We also, as leaders, need to be aware of what are the behaviors that can build genuineness in our team. We can encourage critical thinking skills, confrontation, and feedback skills development. We can encourage the sharing of information and discussing concerns. We can encourage respecting ourselves as well as respecting others, encouraging as well for all of us, including our team members, to go for anger management if that is what's needed. Risk is a potential exposure to loss or injury. The fear of risk can result in stagnation because people can become fearful of new ideas. On the upside, risk is the fuel behind change and quality improvements. Therefore, organizations that fail to look at errors as learning tools are not as agile and responsive to market changes as those that don't fear or those that don't embrace risks. What behaviors will destroy chances of employees taking some risks? punishing people who make mistakes, failure to clarify goals and expectation, unfair criticism, fear and isolation, the desire for perfectionism and over-analysis. What kind of behaviors can encourage a risk-taking? Obviously, we are talking about calculated, well-thought-out risk-taking. Innovation and creative thinking sessions, performance feedback and coaching, establishing accountability and responsibility at all levels of the organization, as well as debriefing completed projects and developing improvement plans. Empathy is the ability to understand the feelings and ideas of another person. It is essential for resolving conflict and creating harmony in a team. Each employee has certain rights that are linked to empathy. These include the right to respect, emotional safety, the right to physical safety, and opportunity for fulfillment. What kind of behaviors can destroy empathy? Narcissism and self-obsession. Rationalizing that the ends justify the means. Aggressive competition. It is important for leaders to understand and be aware of the different behaviors that can build empathy. Caring for self and others. Having a desire to understand other people, as well as collaboration. Furthermore, leaders have the responsibility of managing success and any failures. They can encourage celebration of things going well. Even the smallest improvements should be acknowledged and highlighted. When it comes to project failures, the leader should encourage the team to identify what went wrong and learn from that for future projects. When we are thinking about behaviors that destroy success, looking at lack of personal commitment and accountability for organizational goals, withholding information caused by competition between work groups or even team members within the same team, poor morale, lack of direction, and short-term vision. The behaviors that can build success: building commitment and ownership of company goals at all levels of the organization, involving as many workers' ideas into goal implementation as possible, and establishing and communicating quality standards, planning, work design, and system refinement to all levels of operation. Managers do. Ways that a manager and a team leader can create and maintain the desired climate for goal achievement. The manager can be a role model or an example for the staff by behaving the way he or she wants them to behave, by rewarding appropriate behavior, by communicating to the staff what kind of behavior is desired and appropriate, by providing training to highlight the activities that support the climate that the manager is encouraging. As a facilitator in your team, you need to teach your team to attack the problem, not the person. Focus on what can be done, not on just what can't be done. Encourage different points of views. Encourage honest dialogue. Express your feelings in a way that does not blame people, but it blames the situation. Accept ownership for your part of the problem, and learning to listen to understand to another person's point of view before sharing your own, which shows that individual that you have respect for their view. Leader must solve the problem while building the relationship. So at the end of the day, we don't want a problem that is solved, but people don't want to work with one another.